My dividend growth portfolio has been growing like crazy as of recently. So much to the point to where we have now surpassed a estimated yearly total for dividend income of $75,000 and are now heading straight to $100,000 per year, which hopefully we'll achieve sometime soon down the line. Now the portfolio has been exploding because a lot of my dividend paying stocks and ETFs positions have been growing significantly over the past few weeks, past few months. Because of this, the dividend income that these positions pay me has also been going up, which has given me more and more income to use to buy dividend paying stocks and ETFs, creating a massive snowball effect. But in this video, I want to go through a deep dive into the portfolio, see exactly what I'm holding as of right now, some new positions and some old, and share with you some of the specific daily buys that I've been making in the portfolio over the past few weeks. So if you want to see a complete update video of my 7-figure dividend growth portfolio, make sure to drop a like down below, stick around, and let's get right into it. I just finished my brand new dividend investing ebook where I share exactly how I went from zero to now over 7 figures invested, and also on how I earned more than $6,000 per month in dividends. I also finished my custom dividend tracker that you can use to track your dividend income progress on an ongoing basis. So make sure to grab yourself a copy of my dividend investing ebook and the new dividend tracker today. It's the first link in my description. So first off, before we go through the entire portfolio and see where everything sits, etc., I thought it'd be sort of fun to see what different stocks and ETFs I purchased in one of my largest portfolios over the last 30 or so days, just to give you guys sort of an idea of what I've been buying in the portfolio. So I'm not going to share with you every single date, but you can see here on the screen. But for the most part, these are all buys over the last 30 or so days. So on one day, for example, I bought 2 shares of Devo, I bought 1 share of JEPQ. The next day, I bought 2 more shares of Devo, JEPQ again. On this day, I bought 10 shares of Realty Income. I also bought 10 more shares of Realty Income on this day. Then, of course, I bought some SCHD, some QYLD, which is a newer buy, which I haven't bought any QYLD in a while, but I did decide I'd grab a few more shares here and there, just to sort of even things out once again. I bought a few more shares of Devo, some more JEPQ, some more QYLD, a share of Main Street Capital, more QYLD, Realty Income. We bought some more Devo. We bought some SVOL, just a single share of that one. More QYLD, some Main Street Capital, Devo, QYLD. Then we bought a share of EPD Enterprise Products. We bought some more Realty Income, some Devo, some QYLD, some EPD. I mean, as you guys can see here, most of these daily buys are pretty boring, but they do get the job done. Then we bought some Main Street Capital, more QYLD, some more SVOL. Then we started buying some SPYI, which is a newer ETF position. Not newer in the sense that I've never held onto it, but a newer position on my daily buy list, which I've been grabbing a lot of SPYI over the last few weeks, which has really been bumping up my dividend income, which has been awesome. Then some more Devo, some more SPYI, more SPYI, some more Devo, more Devo. Then lastly, more SPYI, some more Devo, triple N, SPYI. We bought a share of DGRW, which is super exciting, a brand new position in this portfolio of DGRW, which I'm going to sort of buy on the side of SCHD. Which, speaking of, a lot of you guys are probably asking me, well, where are all of your SCHD purchases? You always say that you buy shares of SCHD every single day, but where are they in this portfolio? And that's because in this portfolio, I have not been buying much SCHD. I've been sort of trying to buy higher yield stuff in this portfolio and buying my SCHD on a different portfolio. But I promise you, I'm still loading up on my share or two of SCHD every single day. So now that I shared a lot of my different buys of different stocks and ETFs that I've been purchasing over the past 30 or so days, and you guys get sort of an idea of what I've been buying, I now want to go through the entire portfolio, share with you what positions I have as of right now, how many shares I have of each of them, etc. Now, I like to make these sort of review videos to sort of share with you guys all the different positions I'm currently holding out through the portfolio, because over time things do change a little bit, but also I do think for me personally, it's going to be fun to look back in the long term and look back to see, hopefully I say, that portfolio was sort of small in the past and now I have so many more shares of X, Y, or Z. I think it's going to be fun to look back on years from now. But as of right now, my master dividend tracker, which of course you guys can grab the same exact tracker, it's the first link down below in my description. The dividend tracker says we have 1,748 shares of BDJ, have not added too many more shares of BDJ anytime. We do have 1,461 shares of Devo. We have added some more Devo over the past few weeks. We still have our 1,262 shares of Verizon stock. We still have our 1,000 shares of Apple. QYLD, like I said, I grabbed a few more shares not that long ago, 2,731 shares. Realty Income, we're up to 2848 of Realty Income. I'm not exactly sure if I updated this one correctly. I thought I maybe had a little bit more. Then as far as JEPI goes, same thing there, 1248. So we still have our 746 shares of EPD. BST still 700 shares. We still have, unfortunately, our 611 shares of MPW, which, yes, I know this is a bad position in the portfolio, but you have to take the good with the bad. We then have 507 shares of Jeff Q. We have our 300 shares of OHI. New C246, we have 194 of XYLD. SCHD, one of my main positions I buy every single day, 582 shares of SCHD. We then have 311 shares of Ultra Group, 261 shares of National Retail. We have 100 shares of JP Morgan. We have 293 shares of Vici. We have 59 shares of Kinder Morgan. We have 234 shares of Main Street Capital. We still have our 89 shares of Walgreens, our 351 of WP Carey. We still have our 47 shares of P&W. Our Yield Max, we still have our 255 shares of Yield Max, which I now am down significantly on. Then last but not least, we have our 24 shares of United Parcel UPS, which has been beat up like crazy over the past few weeks. We have our 20 shares of Pembina. We have our 18 shares of ABR. We have our 16 EXR. We have our 17 SPG. We have our 12 SVOL, which I think I do have to update that to more now. We have our 9 shares of Stag. We have our 8 shares of T-Row, 19 KMB, 3192 VNQ. We have our 200 KO. We have our 700 PSA, and we now have our 152 SPYI, which is the newer daily buy position I've been adding a lot to as of recently. So that's more or less where the portfolio is sitting as of right now. There still are some positions in this portfolio that I probably do need to switch out for some better positions, things like MPW, things even like Verizon stock. But keep in mind, I do also sell cover calls within this portfolio, so I'm sort of waiting and getting paid to get rid of some of these positions, get rid of some of the dead weight, and replace it with something much better, hopefully. But overall, just as of right now, the portfolio strategy is still more of the same. I plan on buying something like SCHD or DGRW, or maybe some days both SCHD and DGRW on a daily basis to ensure the probability of the portfolio's growth potential long term, along with dividend growth, of course. But on top of that, I do want to keep investing into tax efficient, or at least somewhat tax efficient, different higher yielding options like SPYI or even things like QYLD that are going to give the portfolio a decent amount of income ongoingly, that are definitely going to help me if, of course, I do want to use this portfolio's income, the dividend income, to pay for bills, or of course just to pay for anything in the future, which I definitely think could be the case. Although as of right now, as of current still, I am utilizing my $6,300, estimated of course, monthly dividend income to reinvest into more of the different stocks and ETFs like I showed you towards the beginning of the video. Now, the other crazy side note that I wanted to share with you guys, just maybe as some motivation, or really just to remind myself later on in the future, this portfolio as of right now is completely sustained more or less off of dividend income that is provided from the different dividend paying stocks and ETFs from the portfolio. And what I mean by this is that every single month now, I basically more or less have enough cash balance coming into the portfolio, which are allowing me to buy a significant amount of different stocks and ETFs every single month. And that's been this way for a while now. I wanted to share that and just make that a point because there was a long time where the portfolio, even when it was to the point to where it was $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, it really takes a while to get the cash flow to the point to where you don't need to make any more deposits into the portfolio, meaning that the dividend income that's paid to the portfolio and that's placed in the cash balance is enough to sustain your daily buys ongoingly. But now that I shared with you a lot of different stocks and ETFs that I've been buying over the past month or so, and I shared with you guys every single position, more or less that I'm holding as of right now, I want to hear what you guys think down below. Within my overall portfolio, just to give some feedback, what is your number one favorite buy and hold forever position, and what is your least favorite? Drop the ticker symbols in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to please drop a like on it and subscribe for more future content like this. Thanks as always for stopping by, and if you are interested in investing, make sure to check out these recent videos I posted right here.